Okay guys, we are going to start IAS 24. It's a related party disclosure. It's a simple question and it's completely a disclosure based standard. You don't need to recognize anything. You don't need to measure anything. It's a purely disclosure based standard. Okay. So in this standard, we are going to learn three things. If we are comfortable on these three areas, then we can say that we know what is IAS 24 and what is related party disclosures. The first thing is obviously what is the definition of related party. The second thing is what disclosures are required, guys, and the next thing is why disclosures are required, why we need to disclose the information. So why disclosures required. So you need to be comfortable on these three areas. Okay, so let's start from the definition of related party. Guys, in the definition of related party, there are two areas. The first area is in which we will discuss which persons or which individual is a related party. We will talking about the individual, guys. And in the second part of the definition, we will be talking about the entities. So remember, in first part of definition, we are going to learn which persons are related party. And in the second part of definition, we are going to learn which entities are related party, guys. Okay. So it's a simple part. Now we are going towards person. Key management persons mean directors, guys. So every director is your related party. The second is person who has control or joint control or significant influence over the reporting entities, also a related party. If I need to explain that, it is very simple. Just assume that there is a Mr. A who has more than 50% shares of A limited company. Now we can say a Mr. A, which is individual, is a related party to A limited because he has more than 50% shares, and these shareholding is shareholding giving Mr. A control. So in Mr. A is a related party to A limited. In the same way, if Mr. A is not having a control, but he has a joint control along with Mr. B. So Mr. B and Mr. A both have a joint control over A limited, then we'll say that A limited has two persons in relation of related party. One is Mr. A and obviously the second is Mr. B. Now, if I say that Mr. A has significant influence over A limited, and we know usually if we have voting rights from 20 to 50, we can say that it's an associate of Mr. A. So we can say that the Mr. A has significant influence over A limited, so Mr. A is a related party. Okay, so these are the related parties. Now guys, if a person has been decided to be a related party, the close family members of that person will also be a related party. And what is close family member? It's a purely judgment, but you can say spouse, parents and the children are close family members. Okay, so now we are going towards entities. Now what about entities, guys? So listen, entities, again, if one entity has control over another entity, they are both related party. If one entity has a common control, which is also a joint control over another company, this company will be called joint venture, then we'll say that they are the related parties. If A limited has significant influence over a company, suppose it's a B limited, then the B limited and A limited both are related party. So parent subsidiary relationship, both are related party to each other. It's a investor and joint venture. So you are the joint venturer and it's a joint venture. So the relationships are related party to each other. In the same way, if you are an investor and you have an associate, they are also related party. Then guys, now if we are talking about a group, we know what is group, guys. Group is all the subsidiaries plus parent. These are the parent and subsidiaries. So we have 5 members. One is parent, which is P limited. We have another subsidiary which is S. We have another subsidiary which is S1. and then we have SS1. This is a sub-subsidiary, guys. Then we have another subsidiary which is SS2. So we have total 5 members in a group. And what is group? Parent and its all subsidiaries. So we'll say that member of each group, I'm saying member of each group is a related party to each other. It means for S1, SS1 is a related party. For SS2, S is a related party. For S, S1 is a related party. For S1, SS2 is a related party. And P is obviously related party to each. So each member of a group is a related party to each other. Now guys, if just take a group as a one unit, and if this group has an associate, then this associate is a related party to each member. I'm again say, so associate of one member of a group is a related party to each. It means this associate is a related party to SS1, to S, to S1, SS2, and even the P. And in the same way, if one member has joint venture, it means there is an entity over which one member of the group has joint control, then we'll say that the joint venture is a related party to the whole group. It means for SS2, for S1, for P Limited, for S, SS1, everyone, joint venture is a related party. Then guys, we are going towards the next structure. It is if there is a one company and the one company has joint venture 1, and the same company which is A Limited has another joint venture which is joint venture 2, then guys, these both companies are related party. We have already established that if you have a joint venture, it's a related party. So in this arrangement, A Limited has two related parties, joint venture 1, joint venture 2. In the same way, joint venture 2 has two related parties, A Limited and obviously joint venture 1. This relationship is also a related party. Then guys, if there is one entity and that one entity has an associate, and that A Limited, the one entity has another associate, although for A Limited, both the associates, just assume that associate 1, this is associate 2, they both are related party, but this relationship will not be a related party. So if we have two associates of one entity, these two associates are not related party, guys. Then guys, we are going towards another structure, and that is if we have one company and that company has one associate and one joint venture, obviously for A Limited, both the companies are related party, and this relationship, joint venture and associate, is also related party. So this is important, guys. If you have one associate joint venture, one joint venture, both joint venture and associates are related party. If you have two joint ventures, guys, they both are related party. But if you have two associates, they are not related party because of the significant influence, because there is no control. Okay, now guys, the companies that would not be your related party due to the relationships of supplier. If you have a supplier, then the supplier in the capacity of supplier cannot be a related party. Your customers cannot be your related party. Your employees, other than directors, other than the key management persons, cannot be your related party. Trade unions, loan providers, auditors, tax department, and government are not related party. But yes, if any company has, any of your supplier has a relationship, the supplier is also your parent. Due to the parent subsidiary relationship, it could be your related party, but due to supplier customer relationship, these companies cannot be your related parties. So you should be particular about that. So now the second area, guys, why disclosure is required? Why disclosure is required? Because the existence and transactions with the related party affect entities' financial performance and position, and we need to report these financial performance and position to the stakeholders, to the users of financial statements. So we need to give them disclosures about the related party, so they can take their decisions, because it is relevant information them. Now guys, what disclosures are required? You need to give the name of related parties, how many related parties are there, you will tell the name of those companies. Then amount of transactions with related party, what is the amount of transaction that you are doing with related party. Then guys, if there is any bad debt with related party, you are going to tell them. If their name of transaction, it's a nature of transaction, guys. So if what is the nature of transaction that you need to, you are selling, you are buying, you are selling assets, you are buying assets, you are giving them some services, you have provided them loan, you have taken the loan, you need to tell them the nature of transactions. Outstanding balances, guys, if there is any outstanding balance, you need to tell them how many you need to collect, or you need to pay them. In case of each directors, their remuneration should be splitted between share-based payment, which is IFRS 2, post-employment benefits, short-term benefits, other long-term benefits, and termination benefits. So this is all about IAS 24, guys. So remember, you need to learn three things: what disclosure is required, why disclosure is required, and which companies or person could be your related party. Now, the last thing that is really important, which companies cannot be your related party, is also important for you. Thank you, guys. This is all about IAS 24.